We'll go to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania first, and that's where Justine is. Justine, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You bet, Justine. How can I help?
So basically, after 12 years of being employed at a bank, I am unemployed for the first time. And I'm trying to find jobs, but they're very parallel to what I'm doing or what my experience is. I wanted to go back into the IT field, and I find myself at an impasse because I have no IT experience. I have mortgage experience. I don't have my NMLS, but I do have the experience of loans, doing underwriting and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I thought it would be a good idea to switch jobs last year, and I did. And it was a mistake because I just got fired about a month ago. And, you know, it's pretty rough. I haven't gotten unemployment yet, but I am one of the lucky people that, you know, saved my whole life. And I have, you know, a big chunk of money that I'm not really sure what to do with and what would be like a strategic move with.
Okay.
Now, I'm kind of looking for just some advice on where to go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that money thing, because the money is going to dictate our timeline. Okay.
Okay.
So are you single, double income? I know you're not double income now, but are you married or are you single? What's the story?
I'm single. I have my mortgage is about $600 a month, and I do have my sister living with me right now for school, and I get rental income from her.
Oh, good. So how much is she paying?
$400 a month.
Okay, so you're only $200 a month, and you have no other debt?
I have a car that's about $12,000, and the mortgage that I owe is about $60,000.
Okay. How much savings do you have?
In my savings account, I probably have about $5,000, and then in my retirement's about $40,000.
All right. Well, we're not touching retirement. So you really only have $5,000, and so what is that? Is that 2 months' expenses?
Well, I also have a mutual fund that has $7,000 in it.
Yeah, but again, I don't want you to ever touch anything like that because you're going to get taxed on it, right? Okay. So any cash you basically wipe it out. Because after taxes, you know, it's just leave that alone. You're in good shape. You're young with the mutual fund and then the retirement account, so you're not going to touch that. You got $5,000. So how much? What's your monthly expenses? In other words, how long will the $5,000 last if you're not working, bringing any income in?
Well, with the unemployment, I should kind of break about even at what I was making. Okay. But I'm
all right. Good.
Trying to figure out, like, do I, you know?
All right. Well, here's the deal. Yes, I want you to get qualified. I think you're very clear. So stage 1 of my 7 stages to meaningful work is get clear. You know you want to do technology work. There might be a little bit of extra clarity you need to get, which is what's the exact type of technology work, or if we can't get exact, we go, well, I want to be over in this area. Do you know that? What area would you go into, or what specific role would you love to have if I could just give it to you today?
Based on my experience, I feel that I'm more into like problem solving and critical thinking, where a majority of my career I did a lot of everything. So I was in banking up front with customers, where I feel like a lot of my skill sets and what I've honed over the years, I think, and my personality is more analytical and problem solving. So that's kind of why I was going down the route of IT, and also because it was an interest of mine when I was younger in school. I love it.
I'm so happy right now. That's what you want to do. So I think I want you to, there's 2 things. One, I want you going all in every spare second that you have, researching, asking questions of people that are in the technology space that you want to be in. So who are those problem solvers? So in the technology world, the analysis and problem solving, those are your 2 key buckets that kept coming up. And so in technology, what are the roles that are heavy on the analyst side, and then problem solving as a result of that analysis? And you know what those are. So let's get really clear on the type of roles, and then what does that look like over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? What's the ladder look like? Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's like that.
Now, do you have an example for me, a specific example?
I was thinking like more of like a BSA analyst, like someone that works for a bank but has
Perfect.
Like I want to say something like that type of job that does more on the back end.
Okay, great. So here's the deal. You have to dive into that. and learn everything that you can learn about it in the sense of what does it take to get qualified? Because that's stage 2. That's where you are. Because you've got all this in banking, or even in if we go outside of banking and just go into the world in general, you could work for a great investment firm and do technology for them. So whatever you decide, that banking experience is not to be discounted. I don't want you to discount that, because you understanding the touch points with the customer, understanding the needs of the customer, and then being on the back side of it, don't you think that's going to make you a better analyst and a better problem solver, knowing what the customer actually wants and needs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got all fired up just pitching you. I'm on Team Justine. I mean, you should record that and play that in your next interview. I'm joking, Justine. You went all serious on me. All right.
I've got a lot on my mind.
I know. All right. So listen, here's the deal. Getting qualified. There's the questions you have to answer. You ready? You got something to write with?
Yeah.
Okay. There's 4 things. All right. Number 1 is, what do I need to learn? That's the actual education piece. And I'm not saying it's a degree. It could be, it may not be, and I don't think it is. In fact, I know it's not in technology. I know that I'm very excited to announce a partnership coming very soon where the Ken Coleman Show is going to be just enthusiastically endorsing a company that can train you in a small amount of time, and you're going to get really good technology jobs, folks. So that's coming. But Justine, it's just simply going, all right, what technical education do I need to get to be able to be qualified? So what do I need to learn? That's the education question. The second question is, what experience are they going to want? So there's probably going to need to be some entry-level stuff that you need, which means you get an entry-level technology job. Okay, so that's what do I need to do? That's the experience question. Third question is, how much is this going to cost me, the process of getting qualified or taking an entry-level position? That's the economic question. The last question is, how long is it going to take for me to get there? That's the expectation question. So those are the 4 questions in stage 2 that you need to answer and then do, and you're ready to step into stage 3, which is get connected. And then, you could, as you're getting educated and you're getting the experience and all that, you keep getting connections and using the proximity principle, and then you get the opportunities to really step into the work that you want to do. So that's where you sit right now. And I think that I'm okay with unemployment for a small amount of time, but I would not rely on it. I think I just don't think it's good for you psychologically, which means it eventually won't be good for you emotionally. But I'm okay with that benefit for a time. But if you've got to go work at a technology company in some other position that's entry level while you're getting qualified for the actual technology position, that could be a good move too, and keep bringing in income.
I see what you mean.
You got it?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You bet. We've got a very, very clear path for you that we've outlined. So go do it. And before you know it, Justine, I'm hoping you're calling me back doing a dream screen because you stepped into your dream job. So thank you so much for calling. By the way, our dream screen, this program's 3 years old. And so we're helping a lot of folks. And so you don't have as many people stepping into the dream job because of the amount of time it takes. However, we've had several. And it's a real special time where folks call in, share the story where they were, what they decided, why they decided, what they started to do, the journey, and then what it feels like to step into that dream job. We call it the dream scream. If that's you and you're close or you've already done it, email us, ask@kencoleman.com. That's ask@kencoleman.com, and we'll line you up for a dream screen. You'll tell us the story. At the end, we count you down from 3, 2, 1, and you say really loudly, we like you to scream if you can, I'm living the dream. Okay? So ask@kencoleman.com is the email address.